do you guys use the Bosu ball? Do you want to use it specifically for balance? Well, that was a question I was asked recently from some of my clients who want to know how to use it just for balance. Not all the other crazy stuff that you could do with it, although those are fun too, but balance and just balance. So let me show you. So here we have a Bosu ball. You want to make sure it's properly inflated. It should have instructions with it or on the ball itself. So once again, safety comes first. But once you have enough air in it, we're going to do the first one with the blue side up. Now, some people might have to use a chair or something. So let's get one of those. So there's a chair. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do on this one, I use a chair. You don't want one too flimsy, but that way if I have trouble getting on the ball and I don't want to bust my butt, I have one hand on the back of the chair, both feet up right here. Okay? Now from this point on, you want to go down as far as you feel comfortable and up, and then this is here if you need to until you feel a little bit more confident, because confidence plays a big role in balance. But using the Bosu ball, it is a little awkward because it's full of air. It's not like trying to do balance exercises directly on a flat, sturdy surface like the floor. But then as you get more and more used to it, it helps more and more with balance. And it's a good one. Okay, with the Bosu, once again, you can do it the blue side up or the flat side up. I'm gonna start with the flat side up here. And you could do this if you're, once again, if you're one of my clients that already has good balance, you could probably do it like I'm doing now, where you don't need a countertop or a bar stool with the back that's high enough that you could hold on. You don't need to hold on. And arms closer together makes it a little bit tougher. Now if your legs are really wobbling as you're going down, you might try to assist a little bit by arms out to the side. That makes it a little bit easier, but you want to go as far as you feel comfortable in both directions, and 10 to 15 repetitions. However, to add a little bit more balance and making the leg go down, you could do partial squats where you stay low and kind of do like a partial squat or a pulse squat. It's a little bit tougher because your legs are going to start to burn, and as they start to get fatigued, it makes balance a little bit tougher. And whoo, yeah, it's burning. Okay, so while my legs are recovering a little bit, if I do the other side up, like so, hop on it here, or I don't want my clients hopping on it. Once again, feet, it's not very wide, so you can't necessarily go feet shoulder wide apart, but you don't want to be where one foot's too far over to the side or the edge and one's in the middle, so you try to get them close to the middle, but feet spread a few inches. And do it with the blue side. Notice how I'm looking up at you guys. You don't have to look into a camera while you do this, but for good posture, you don't want to be leaning forward and try to do this. It's a lot tougher. You want to keep the head and shoulders up, down, and up, facing whichever direction you feel like facing. But yeah, does require balance. All right, so in this non-standing, obviously I'm not standing, balance exercise, we're going to try to put our hands and knees, all four, on top of Bosu. So, good luck with this. No, I'm just kidding. You want to have your hands closer to the front. In this case, the front is obviously the part farther away from me. And then my knees behind each hand. Okay, so my right knee is behind my right hand. Same thing with the left. Okay, now if you need to, kind of like a kickstand, you could put your toes down. And that gives 2 extra points of contact. However, for the exercise, we don't want to do that. But while you're adjusting and trying to get stable in this position, you could do so. Because what we're going to do is a bird dog from this. So in this case, so you could get a better view, I'm going to raise my left hand out and just try with that. I could automatically feel my stabilizer muscles having to work harder doing that. On the other side, I'm going to do my right leg out. Once again, I went from 4 points of contact on the Bosu to just 3. My goal is to have just 2. So then I'm crisscross. So my right hand, my left knee are the only things that's going to be touching the Bosu. However, for safety's sake, and I don't want to fall on my face, I could put my toe down on with the leg that's on it, and it still has 3 points of contact. However, that's kind of cheating because I want to get to 2 points of contact. So I lift that foot up. Once again, back is straight. I can start with my leg first, and then when I feel stable, raise my arm. And now my stabilizer muscles are really working because I'm obviously on an unstable surface, a ball full of air here. So on this next exercise, what I'm going to do, I want one foot, I do want it in the middle of the ball with the blue side up. And it's a variation of a squat. However, the trick is I'm going to try to keep the foot and the leg that's not on the Bosu up in the air for as long as I can before coming back down in a controlled manner. So it's not going to be this, and I don't want to do, whoa, one of those things, okay? So because each leg is at a different height and on a different surface, they have to give a different measure of lift off to get me up in this position. So I'm going to go up, leg up, down, up, down. So I'm not just going up, down, cardio-wise, which is also a good exercise. What I want to do on this one, once again for balance, is try to pause for 1 1,000, 2 1,000, if I can, and hold the leg up there without falling over, back down gently. Up, hold, down gently. And once again, you might be able to have to use other body parts to help with balance, but you typically want to try to do the toughest balance exercise you can while still maintaining, a safe environment. So if this is easier for me, I should do it that way, but challenging. That way is a little too easy, so I bring my hands together, and this is harder for me, so I can still do this more safe. So, okay, on this one foot's up. So typically, because I'm right-handed, this is going to be harder since I'm doing it with my right foot, but both sides are important. We just did the one where you do the leg out to the side. This one I'm going to do the knee up to the front. Doesn't have to be leg extended because I don't want to kick, create momentum, and then fall too far forward. That may not be so pretty. So what I'm going to do is keeping my posture nice and tall, up and down. And yeah, that wasn't too pretty. So what I'm going to do, once again, posture's nice and good. Try not to use too much speed. Up, hold briefly, and down. Briefly, once that's again, 1 1,000, 2 1,000 if you can. Up, hold, and back down. And always try to return back here. Once again, for safety's sake, then you don't get too much of a jarring motion, potentially hurting your back or your knee or your hip. Try to land toe to heel. So it's up, and then toe to heel. Up, toe to heel. So it's another good exercise to do to help with balance. I've never heard a doctor say you could have too much balance, so work on it. Let me know what you think, and have a great day, everybody.